Welcome back from the break. You're watching Newsx and I'm Savri Jindal. We have some breaking news coming in where Bengaluru Police Commissioner B.R. Dayanand visits the Chinnaswamy Stadium to hold a meeting with Karnataka State Cricket Association officials. That's the latest update that we have for you. My colleague Belly Thomas joins us on the broadcast to give us more on this. Belly, of course, fresh details that are coming in at this point of time where we are understanding that the Bengaluru Police Commissioner has now visited the Chinnaswamy Stadium. There is a meeting that's taking place. What more can you tell us?
Again, sitting with a meeting with the KSTA members in order to discuss what all lapses on their part had happened. So initially the thing is that all the deceased victims were found inside the stadium premises when the crowd was entering through the gate and people fell and the other people had trampled over them. So it was indeed the responsibility of the KSTA officials to actually manage the crowd inside. They just cannot, put out the gate and invite so many people into the stadium when the capacity of that particular stadium is only 35,000. So the meeting would be with the commissioner would be to identify as to who can be held culpable for this particular incident, and is there a criminal negligence from their part, and how many gates were there, and how many people were employed at that particular gates to manage the crowd, and also the ticketing. The ticketing patterns, like some gates, they were saying that they were allowing people for free, and there were some gates they were allowing people who had online tickets, and for some gates they had issued tickets physically. So these are the things that would be discussed in this particular meeting, which is chaired by the Bengaluru City Police Commissioner with the KSTA officials as of now.
Absolutely, Belly. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast, sharing all those details. Meanwhile, Karnataka Home Minister Dr. G. Parameshwara has stated that the Chief Minister has ordered a magisterial inquiry. Let the report on the inquiry come out to the government, and if there were any lapses, then action will be initiated against whoever is found responsible. We did not request RCB or the KCA. They organized the victory celebration. They are the ones who brought the team to Bengaluru. The government also felt it should facilitate this, as it was the Bengaluru team. Take a listen.
Chief Minister has already made a statement. He has already addressed the media also, and he has ordered a magisterial inquiry by a Deputy Commissioner Urban Bangalore, and till a report comes from the inquiry, we will not be able to say anything. Compensations also have been announced. 10 lakh rupee compensation we have announced, and KSCA has also announced 5 lakhs rupees compensation. And this process, in fact, it is on, and I am going to visit this spot just about 11 o'clock, and I'll discuss with the RCB people, I'll discuss with the KSCA people, office bearers, and their point of view also we will discuss and see.
All right, my colleague Belly is still with us on the broadcast. Belly, if you can take our viewers through the details of what it is that Mr. G. Parameshwara has said.
The State Home Minister would be visiting the spot in some time, as we see, and now it looks like the blame game has started as to who should be held culpable for this incident, Asawari. So according to Home Minister, the Chief Minister has ordered a magisterial inquiry into this, and he has also promised compensation of rupees 10 lakhs for the deceased kin and free treatment for those who are injured. He says that it was the KSCA and the RCB who bought RCB management who brought the team to Bengaluru, and from the government side they thought it was worthwhile to give a felicitation to the team. So that was what happened, and RCB team was felicitated by the government, and that's all. The government has a part of it. So he doesn't discuss more into who gave them authorization or permission for conducting a felicitation inside the Chinnaswamy Stadium or the victory parade, as you say, like, when the players would be moving from one place to another place, like how will they go? Will there be a victory parade? So these were the confusions that were unanswered, that are being not answered by any legitimate sources. So Parameshwara has now said that the government is doing its best, and the Chief Minister has ordered a magisterial inquiry, and it was not them who organized this particular event, but it was the RCB management or the KSCA who have organized this event. And the government's part here is that they also felicitated the team who had won this championship trophy. Over the past 18 years, it didn't win, and now it has finally won. Asawari.
Okay, all right, Barry, thank you so much for joining us in the broadcast, sharing all those details. Meanwhile, joining me live is a very special guest, Mr. Mayur Agarwal, founder and managing director of Alive Experiences. Alive Experiences is over 20 years old company. Several notable artists are associated with Alive, like Salman Ali, Akhil Sachdev, Bismil, Sagar Bhatia, Navraj Hans, Arjun Sarkar, Arjit Srivastav and DJ Veronica Rajput. So thank you so much for taking out time and speaking to us on Newsx. Unfortunately, we are having this conversation at a time when a tragedy has unfolded. 11 lives have been lost. 30 people have been injured in the aftermath of what was supposed to be a celebration. We're now, of course, seeing those visuals over there of the number of people who were there outside the stadium right before the event was scheduled to take place. Of course, we can see those visuals there on our screens. There were multiple gates. There were as many as 19 gates over there. And gate number 7, which is completely opposite to the main gate, is when the tragedy unfolded. Now, as somebody who has over 2 decades of experience in this industry of planning, of executing, what do you make of the situation that unfolded, sir?
Hello.
Mr. Agarwal, that question was for you.
I'm disconnected. Can you repeat again?
Right, absolutely. Of course, you've had the better half of 2 decades of experience in this industry of planning, executing. We've of course looked at what's happened over there. What do you make of the situation? Do you think there are multiple points of lapses that has unfolded this tragedy? How do you see it?
Oh, very sad news. Yesterday, RCB win, and after this situation, there is a few non-negotiable. Every event organizer should be first is accurate crowd estimation, second well marked and monitored entry and exit point, maybe entry point with space or movement, deployment of the trained security of the crowd marshal who understand human behavior, finally clear public communication, whether the through signage, maybe thing goes to long way in maintain order. Can you hear me?
Right, so absolutely, we can hear you.
Actually, my camera is, I'm in the car right now on the way to Kanpur. Maybe I'm not
that's okay.
clear.
That's okay. But I want to understand from you, sir. There are 11
Ji.
lives that have been lost. Who exactly should then be held responsible for this tragedy? Whether it's the government, whether it's the organization, whether it's the association, whether it's the stadium. Who exactly takes accountability when certain situations like these unfold, where a celebration turns into a tragedy, where 11 people lose their lives? We know for a fact that the police deployment on the ground was that of 5,000 at a time when we had as many as 2.5 to 3 lakh people present and literally mounting on top of each other.
Yes. Sadness often results from the combination of the factors: lack of control, entry point, overcrowding beyond the capacity, on ground communication, sometimes even panic due to misinformation. When expectations are not clearly set to infrastructure does not support the volume, things can quickly manageable crowd physiology is less critical as managing logistics.
Right,
Hello?
sir. Absolutely, absolutely. Go on, sir.
G. Every one like a deeply sadness to the air about the incident, and any time when the event results is harm and distress to attendees is the moment of the reflection of the entire industry. Our thought go out of the those affected safely and should always remain to the top priority of the public gathering. And this incident reminds us the importance of the crowd management planning. I think this.
Okay, absolutely. And you know, as far as the comments go by the political bigwigs in Karnataka, the Chief Minister of Karnataka, while he issued a statement right after, casualties were reported, said that he was not expecting such a high footfall. The Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka started by in fact congratulating the team that had won and then issued a very small statement on the tragedy, on the fact that people had lost their lives. What do you make of these statements that have been made, sir?
I'm not, the voice is not clear. Can you repeat again?
So my question to you is, there were statements that were made by the political bigwigs in Karnataka, including the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister of the state. They said that they were not expecting such a high footfall. They said that, and in fact DK Shivkumar started by saying, many congratulations to RCB. I am extremely sorry about what happened, with regards to the casualties that were reported. What do you make of these comments that were made right after there were reports that were indicating that there was a stampede that took place outside the stadium?
Everybody knows the RCB won, all the Bangalore team is won. After that, the too much crowd is here. Everybody knows it's a big after 18 years is a RCB born. So how to proceed this game? We're not expecting this much of crowd. This is not possible. Everybody knows it's a big crowd, or everybody is known that RCB is born after 18 years. So everybody is known it's a big crowd over there. But they make not them. They are not making the proper arrangements.
All right, absolutely. With that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, sharing your thoughts on Newsx. Meanwhile, my colleague has filed ground reports. Take a listen.
I'm in front of the gate number 21 at the Chinnaswamy Stadium, where a description of the entire stadium is given here. So according to our sources, the crowd was here at this part of the stadium where the gate number 7 was there, and this is from where the rumors started spreading that free passes were available at gate number 12, 13, 14 and 15. So you can see the top, this is the Cubbon Road, and this is the St. Mark's Road, and this is the MG Road, and this is the Queen's Road. So yesterday by this time, all the 4 roads were filled with people, rivers of people, and the crowd started moving from gate 7 all the way towards all these two gates. Gate number 12, 13, 14, 15, and this is where the crowd was maximum because this is the players' entry here, as you can see here, where the buses, the two buses from Vidhan Sauda would come and they would enter the stadium through this entry. So the crowd that was gathered here, would also get a glimpse of their RCB team on the buses, is what they thought here while they came here to get the free tickets. So that was when the stampede happened, is what sources say. So this is gate number 21, where also the stampede had happened. You can see the slippers, the mounds of slippers there, and there are also still slippers lying inside the stadium premises, across the gate. So this was these are all these slippers, these mounds of slippers belong to the victims, which have still been put here for the magisterial inquiry is still on. So they have not cleared anything from here, and the police are now investigating on the timeline of the tweets or the social media posting on the franchisee, on the KCA, the political leadership here, and the Bengaluru City Police, and whoever has gone wrong in this crowd management would have to pay the price. With camera person Pawan Kumar, this is Billy Thomas for Newsx, Bengaluru. I'm in front of the gate 7 of the Chinnaswamy Stadium here, where this was the gate that was allegedly opened by the stadium authorities for free entry, is what the eyewitnesses say here. See, here it is here where the first stampede had happened. You can see the mounds of slippers even now strewn around here. You can also see a damaged compound wall there, where you can see those boulders have been broken, and there is also a damaged car wherein people started to push over each other and had to run over this car, and this car also got damaged. So where we are standing is this is called the Stadium Road. Stadium Road is the one which connects the Kaban Road to my left here, and MG Road onto my right there. So there was sea of people, there are river of people here, fully filled this entire stadium road, where the stadium authorities have allegedly informed that this particular gate, gate 7, was for free entry. So there were rumors here that free passes were being issued at other gates as well. So people from here also moved towards the other gates, such as 12, 13, 14, 15 and 17. And so the gate number 12 is the main gate where the entry for players are there. The bus would come there, and these people who were scattered around, when this gate opened, there was all of a surge of people was trying to go inside, and that is when the stampede happened, is what the eyewitnesses say here. So I have two eyewitnesses here with me. One is Mutturaj here. He works at a nursery here, and ನೀವು ಏನು ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಅದು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಇನ್ನು ಏನೇ ಸರ್, ಗೇಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಗೇಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಇದರೆಲ್ಲ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಜನ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಬಿದ್ದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಕೈಕಾಲು ಮುರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
So what he says is that as soon as the gate was open, there was full crowd here, and all of them in a surge attempted to enter into this particular gate, and that is when the mishap happened, and a lot of people they fell, and the others trampled over them. And we have another eyewitness here, Tyagaraj, correct? So ನೀವೇನು ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗೇಟು 3:30ಕ್ಕೆ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಇದು ಫ್ರೀ ಟಿಕೆಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ MG ರೋಡಿಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಕಬ್ಬನ್ಪುರ ರೋಡ್ ತನಕ ಫುಲ್ ಜನ ತುಂಬ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನ ಬಂದು ತಲಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂಥ ಜನ ಮೇಲೆ ತುಂಬ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಉಸಿರಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಥರ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದು.
So what Tyagarajan says is that at around 3 to 3:30, they said that this gate would be open for free entry, and there were a lot of people from that end, from the Kaban Road until the MG Road, and this the people filled on this stadium road, and they used to open the gate and then close it, stating that we will open it in another half an hour, and that is when when once it was open, all the crowd started going inside, and the mishap then occurred. With camera person Pawan Kumar, this is Belly Thomas for Newsx, Bengaluru.
बड़ी दुखद घटना है। मैं तो यही कहूँगा कि ज़्यादा संख्या में जब लोग आए और किसी कारणवश भगदड़ हुई तो उसके कारण 11 लोगों की मौत हुई। हिमाचल सरकार उनके प्रति संवेदना व्यक्त करती है। थैंक यू।
मुझे सिर्फ इतना कहना है, बहुत ही पीड़ादायक, दुखदायी है। जो मरे हैं मैं उन्हें श्रद्धांजलि देता हूं, जो घायल हैं उनके शीघ्र स्वस्थ होने की कामना करता हूं। मुआवजा भी दिया है कर्नाटक की सरकार ने। ये कार्यक्रम तो कर्नाटक क्रिकेट कंट्रोल बोर्ड का था। मुझे इतना जरूर कहना है, जितनी मेरी जानकारी है इसमें बहुत बड़ा आरसीबी में हिस्सा विदेशी कंपनी का है, तो उसने लगभग 400 करोड़ कमाया। मोदी के राज में विदेशी कंपनियां तो लूटी रही, लगभग 400 करोड़ से ज्यादा कमाया है। तो 2-2 करोड़ भी अगर वो इन 11 मृतकों को दे दें तो 22 करोड़, और जो घायल है उनको 25-50 लाख दे दें। हो सकता है इसमें कोई ऐसा घायल हो जिसका विकलांग हो गया, तो उससे ज्यादा दिया जा सकता है। मैं चाहता हूं ये भी जांच में मांगा जाए सुझाव कि भविष्य में ऐसी दुर्घटनाएं न हो। मैं इस दुखद घटना पे नमन करता हूं जो हमारे बीच नहीं रहे।
किस मुंह से सिद्धरमैया जी ने कहा कि सच इंसिडेंट्स कीप ऑन हैपनिंग? क्या सिद्धरमैया जी रिजाइन करेंगे? डीसीएम, डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर, ने ब्लेम किया है कि क्राउड्स अधिक थी और क्राउड्स के कारण ऐसा हुआ। एक वीडियो ये आ रहा है कि एक व्यक्ति उनके और कैमरे के बीच में आ गया तो डीके शिव कुमार उसे धक्का मार रहे हैं, गर्दन से पकड़कर उसे धक्का मार रहे हैं। द मोर इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर वॉज द कैमरा एंड डीके शिव कुमार, उनके बीच में कोई आना नहीं चाहिए। इंपॉर्टेंस वॉज नॉट क्राउड मैनेजमेंट, इंपॉर्टेंस वॉज हिज पीआर स्टंट। तो क्या डीके शिव कुमार माफी मांग के रिजाइन करेंगे? क्वेश्चन नंबर 3, हु ऑथराइज दिस एंड वॉज देयर एनी रिस्क मैनेजमेंट कंडक्टेड? इस पूरे इवेंट को किसने ऑथराइज किया, किसने साइन किया कागजों पे, और उसके रिस्क मैनेजमेंट के बारे में क्या स्टडी हुई, वो कागज भी हम देखना चाहेंगे। मृत्यु होने के पश्चात भी, डिस्पाइट द डेथ्स, हु ऑथराइज द इवेंट्स टू कंटिन्यू? बिकॉज जब डेथ हुआ तो तमाम टीवी चैनल, धन्यवाद है आप लोगों ने सब कुछ दिखाया। एक तरफ डेड बॉडीज, मुझे तो हृदय विदारक लग रहा है। पुलिस मैन कैरिंग दिस यंग चाइल्ड इन हिज लैप, अपने गोद में उठा के वो भाग रहा है, दिस यंग चाइल्ड्स डेड बॉडी, एंड द अदर साइड देयर इज लाफिंग, cheering and garlanding, smiling. Is this the difference?
All right, we leave it there and we shift our focus to some more breaking news coming in, where External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has met the all-party delegation led by DMK MP Kanimozhi Karunanidhi. The delegation presented India's stance against terrorism across Russia, Latvia, Slovenia, Greece and Spain. Meanwhile, Dr. S. Jaishankar took to social media platform X and stated that the meeting was nice with the all-party delegation led by Sanjay Jha that visited Japan, South Korea, Singapore, Indonesia and Malaysia. Visuals there on your screens. My colleague Aditya joins us on the broadcast to give us more on this. Aditya, of course, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has now met the delegations that were led by Kanimozhi Karunanidhi as well as Sanjay Jha. What more can you tell us?
Absolutely, Asavri. Indeed, the multi-party delegations that were headed by
Karunanidhi and Sanjay Jha have returned to Delhi after traveling to 5 countries. You know, if we talk about the delegation led by JDU MP Sanjay Kumar Jha, returned to Delhi from Malaysia, concluding its outreach campaign aimed at strengthening international support against terrorism and building a shared understanding of security forces. I mean, when they met Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar, they briefed as to how they unmasked the real face of Pakistan, as to how Pakistan sponsors terror groups on its soil and also protects several UN designated terrorists. So at this juncture, all the multi-party delegations that will be arriving in India will be submitting a comprehensive report of their travel to the various foreign countries. As far as Sanjay Jha's delegation is concerned, they went to countries like many countries, and similarly, if we talk about the delegation led by Karunanidhi Kanimozhi, the same has been communicated to Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar about the objectives they achieved in these foreign countries, where they interacted with think tanks and the foreign and several high officials in the foreign ministries of these countries. And they all the foreign countries where these two delegations visited reciprocated to these delegations very positively. They stood with India and united against the Pakistani-based terrorism. And now, the process for the global isolation of Pakistan has begun, because, the world has now recognized that, Pakistan is an epicenter of global terrorism. And 5 more multi-party delegations that went to abroad are slated to come anywhere this week. Yes, Asabri.
Absolutely, Aditya. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast, sharing all those details. Meanwhile, more breaking news coming in, where security has been heightened at Udhampur railway station ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Katra, scheduled for June 6. Tomorrow, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the Chenab Bridge, the world's highest railway bridge, and flag off the Vande Bharat Express train between Katra and Srinagar. My colleague Mehdi is with us on the broadcast to give us more on this. Mehdi, what exactly is the security preparation looking like ahead of the grand inauguration of the Chenab Bridge?
Well, indeed, Sabri, the security has been heightened at Udhampur railway station ahead of Prime Minister Modi's visit to Katra, scheduled for tomorrow. And not only this, Sabri, but also Prime Minister Modi will be inaugurating the Chenab Bridge, the world's highest railway bridge, and flag off the Vande Bharat Express train between Katra and Srinagar. So, tracking more details regarding this visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Sabri, this is the PM's first visit to the place since Operation Sindoor in response to the dead on April 22nd Pahalgam terror attack that claimed 26 lives. And also the visit includes the formal launch of the 272-kilometer Udhampur Srinagar Baramulla rail link project, is seen as a significant step towards integrating the Kashmir Valley with the rest of India through a robust rail network. So they're talking about the event's timing, then yes, it follows recent security challenges as well, and has promoted authorities to implement stringent measures to ensure an incident-free inauguration as well. And the security is completely beefed up right now in the important areas, and the security forces have been placed on high alert across Jammu and Kashmir, Sabri, with a multi-layered security grid deployed in and around Katra, specifically the base camp for the Sri Mata Vaishno Devi Shrine, and also along the Katra-Srinagar railway corridor. So as per the official sources also, Sabri, the sharpshooters from the Jammu and Kashmir Police's Special Operations Group, the SOGs, and the Central Reserve Police Forces, as in the CRPFs, have been strategically positioned at key, vantage points, including railway stations, bridges, and tunnels along the route. And drones equipped with high-resolution cameras are also conducting round-the-clock aerial surveillance to monitor for suspicious activities, particularly along the newly completed railway track. So, yes, this will be a very important visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and various projects will be inaugurated by him tomorrow. Yes, Sabri.
Absolutely, Mehdi. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast, sharing all those details. Meanwhile, more breaking news coming in where the murder of Raj Raghuvanshi, a tourist from Madhya Pradesh's Indore in Meghalaya, has become a puzzle for the local police. The newly-wed couple who were in Meghalaya for their honeymoon went missing on May 23rd. The husband's body was found while the search continues for the missing wife. Ethiab on the telecast with me. Ethiab, again a very unfortunate incident there coming to the limelight. What more can you tell us?
Ashavri, in fact, the body of Raja Raghuvanshi was found 2 days back. That was the 11th day since they were missing, and his body was recovered from the valley, the mountain valley in Shillong, and his body was recovered 25 kilometers away from the scooter where the last location of the couple was determined by the police. Yesterday, his body was brought back to his home in Indore, and the last rites had been performed. And in fact, the family of the victim, they are still demanding a CBI probe into this particular murder. And apart from that, they are demanding that helicopters should be executed. They had even voiced against the working of the Meghalaya police. They said that there was negligence as far as the investigation was concerned, as far as the rescue operation was concerned, or the search operation was concerned. Still, the search operation by the NDRF and the Meghalaya police is continuing for as soon as what whereabouts have not yet been determined as yet. But apart from that, there had been so many angles that Raja Raghuvanshi was murdered by a chopper that was used to cut trees by the locals in that particular area. Definitely, Shauri, there is one more point, that the geographical location of that particular place is that it is adjoining to the Bangladesh border also. So now the police is actually, the SIT is looking into certain criminal activities which had been taking place in that particular area. But till now, the inputs that I am getting, that no one has been nabbed as far as this particular murder is concerned. Neither Sonam has been found till yet. The search and the rescue operation is still going on. Shabri.
Absolutely, Ethiab. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast, sharing all those details. Meanwhile, more breaking news coming in, where Shiv Sena MP Milind Deora highlighted the deepening strategic partnership between India and the United States, underlining the shared understanding of Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. He hit out at Bilawal Bhutto, stating that he needs to introspect. He also added that terrorism is the only identity of Pakistan. Take a listen.
Politician from Pakistan who should be spending more of his time in fixing his own country is in the US defending some of those who may be responsible for assassinating his mother. So that's the reality and that's the difference.
Aditya on the telecast with me. Aditya, if you can take our viewers through the details of the statement that has been issued.
Well, absolutely. Milind Deora very rightly pointed out, Sabri, that, Pakistan is an epicenter of terrorism, and, instead of, taking corrective measures back at home, the delegation led by Bilawal Bhutto is in the United States, to defend the Pakistani terrorists, and the UN designated terrorists, that Pakistan harbors. So at this juncture, Pakistan has been completely exposed in front of the world, and this visit by the Pakistani delegation led by Bilawal Bhutto coincided with Shashi Tharoor also, the delegation led by Shashi Tharoor also in the United States of America, where they completely exposed Pakistan. They also told that, during Operation Sindoor, many of the Pakistani Air Force bases, be it in Murid Ke, Bhavalpur, and Kotli, Mirpur, all were destroyed successfully. And, at this juncture, Pakistan is standing on the verge of getting in the grey list of the Financial Action Task Force, because it hasn't taken any actions against the terrorists. And, more so, even the IMF has kept some tough conditions for Pakistan. They have asked Pakistan to lessen their spending and to increase their revenue generation sources. So, and in the midst of all this, there are reports coming in wherein, Pakistan has considerably increased its defense expenditure by 18%. So, at this juncture, Pakistan is in deep trouble, and, now the world has recognized that it is a global center of epicenter. Yes, Asavri.
Right, absolutely. Aditi, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast, sharing all those details. On that note, we step into a very short break. Thanks for watching.